There's a secret that first-time homebuyers are using that you probably don't know. Here's the reality. There are so many more programs today for first-time homebuyers than there were 5 years ago or 10 years ago. And homebuyers are more educated today than they ever were. So here are 3 things that you should do if you're a first-time homebuyer. First of all, you need to talk to a mortgage professional. I know, we say that all the time. You'd be surprised how many people still don't do it. You need to talk to a mortgage professional about what your plan is. It's more important to know what your overall plan is than it is to know what today's rate is. Because without a plan, without understanding what you're trying to achieve, are you going to be in this home 2 weeks, 2 years, 2 decades? All those things matter. Especially as a first-time home buyer, there's things we can do and ways we can structure your mortgage and your financing that will help you win ultimately in whatever the goal is that you have. Now, I know what you're saying, or what you're at least thinking. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I'm a first-time home buyer. My goal today is to buy a house. That's it. I don't have any plans beyond that. That's only because you've not been asked the right questions. So when you're talking to a mortgage professional, maybe it's us at Crosspoint Home Loans, we're going to go through a series of questions to help you uncover where you think you're going to be. Now, things can change. Plans can change. Life tends to get in the way. But it doesn't hurt to start with a great plan. If you need to deviate from that plan, make a mid-course correction, we can do that. But first and foremost, you want to talk to a mortgage professional and you want to lay out your plan. We're going to ask questions like, are you planning on starting a family in the future? Not that we need to know specifically, but do you think you'll be here long enough that you might have a family in this house? Because homes are set up differently. We want to know if you're buying a home that you're planning on raising kids in. Not that it's any of our business whether you have kids or not, but it might be if you need a bathtub versus all showers. There's things like that that we just want to talk about. Where you end up is where you end up and what you want. We just want to make sure we position you correctly so you can get the home you need to get right now. That's number 1. Talk to a professional. Let's come up with the plan. Number 2. There are all kinds of down payment assistance programs out there, grants. And I think sometimes we use these as a hook to get people to come and, hey, you can buy a home with no money out of pocket. The reality is this. There's some great programs that really help with first-time home buyers. But when your grandfather told you you never get something for nothing, there's never been a truer statement. So although these are great programs, they may not be the best program for you. And we're going to have a good long conversation and figure out what you have in the way of down payment. Because if you have access to funds, whether it's your own funds, whether it's retirement, whether it's gift funds from a family member, more times than not, that's going to be the better way to go for you long term. I have a good friend that we started this process with probably 6 years ago. We're on house number 3 right now. Because you know what? During that first conversation, he was very open and honest and say, hey Todd, I want to get in here, I want to fix this thing up, and I want to turn it into a rental down the road somewhere. And then I'm going to move me and my fiance or my soon-to-be wife into another house, and we're going to do the same thing. That's why we're on house number 3. The reality is we would not have positioned his financing the way we did if we had not known that. Or if he'd have just called Joe Blow mortgage guy down the road and he gave him his best rate and his best deal and had him put a bunch of money down, he would have used up his liquidity and he would have never been able to achieve his goal of having multiple rental properties. Now in house number 3, guess what? We're married now, having kids. It's a different conversation. We're looking for a house they're going to be in long term, in the right school district, in the right neighborhood, closest to the park. Totally different conversation than we had on that first one. Does that make sense? So you're going to talk to a mortgage professional, you're going to come up with a plan. And number two, you're going to start really evaluating what it is that you need out of the property. What can that property do for you and bring to you? That's number two. We're going to help you do those things. Number three, last but not least, we're going to talk about what kind of assets you actually need to achieve your overall goal of home ownership. It's not just the down payment. It's not just the closing cost. It's what else are you going to need to do to that property once you get into it. I don't want you to be house poor. You've heard that term. And being house poor really just means that you've got a house, you're using all your money to pay for your house, but you have no money to do anything else. So we don't want that to happen. We want you to be in the right house with the right financing and able to live your life the way you're supposed to live your life, or more importantly, the way you want to live your life. So we're going to have a lot of conversations. If I can reiterate one thing, new or first-time home buyers today are much more educated. They're asking more questions. It's not just about I'll do whatever it takes to get into this house. It's I want to get into this house, but I want to make sure I'm positioned correctly. I want to make sure my financing is correct, because I could take the down payment assistance, but if that leads to a higher rate, more closing cost, and I really don't need the down payment assistance, I don't want it. I want to make a financially strong decision, and so should you. So do your research, talk to a professional, and come up with your overall plan as to how you want to proceed. Start saving money today. There's things you can do right now, a week, a month, a year before you buy your house. There's things you need to be focused on. I'm going to leave you with those today. One, you need to start saving money. I suggest you start monthly. If you've got a rent payment, but you're planning on your mortgage being a little bit higher, let's say your rent payment's $1,500, but you think your mortgage is going to be $2,500. Start taking that extra $1,000 difference and putting it in savings. Start paying the $2,500 payment today. Use that as a way to start saving money. Get used to that payment. Make sure your lifestyle still works around that payment. You still get to do the things you want to do. Make sure that that fits your budget, if you will. Two, you need to start looking at your credit. Because with time, we can fix a lot of credit dings. Some of those credit dings probably aren't even your fault. They're just things got filed or reported wrong, and you never thought to check. Let's get that cleaned up. We want to put you in the best possible scenario credit-wise, because every point your score goes up, it's possible that your rate could come down. So we want to use your credit to the best way we can and leverage it to the best we can to get you in the best possible deal. And last but not least, you need to start really considering what this next home or this first home is going to be to you. Is it a stepping stool? Is it something you're going to get into, be there for a couple, 2, 3, 5 years and move on? Or is this a place you're going to raise a family? Those are two different conversations. And the only way you're going to know is you need to be out looking around. You need to be talking to folks. You need to be looking at neighborhoods. You need to be checking school districts. You need to be considering, hey, if I live here, I'm going to put my kids in this school, or I'm going to have to go to this private school. And if that's the case, we need to know that going in. So to sum it all up, the secret they know that you might not, they're much more prepared. And you know how they get much more prepared? They start the conversation much, much earlier with a professional like myself that's in the mortgage business, that's not concerned about the transaction, but that's concerned about you getting in the right house at the right time and in the right way, financially and for your family. So if we can do that for you, we would love to do that for you. Crosspoint Home Loans is here to help. Come back and watch other segments of the Mortgage Toddcast, because information brings value to you. And the more informed you are, the better decisions you can make. That's what this platform is all about for me. I want to make sure you have all the information you need to make a great decision. So until next time, take care, friends. Remember, start saving money, check your credit, start looking around and see what neighborhoods you might want to live in next year, 2 years from now, whenever you're ready. No pressure from us. We're here to help. We're here to answer any questions you've got. And we just want you to start enjoying building wealth through home ownership, and more importantly, leaving a legacy for your family. Take care, friends.